Hey everybody, welcome back to Kinger and Bam. It's been a little while since we've had a few of our videos up.
A little bit of a hiatus there for a bit over the new year.
Yeah, that's right. I hope everyone else had a good New Year's and good Christmas.
Yep.
Back to work, as always, is very fun. But we're going to we're going to quickly recap over the One Piece manga for chapter 1171.
Yep, which we missed.
Sorry about that. So we'll quickly recap that because it's old news now,
Yep.
and then talk about what just came out, which is new news, 1172.
Yeah.
And possibly a couple of leaks and future spoilers for
1173.
73. So yeah, a little bit to talk about. So hopefully you stay tuned and get excited. But we'll quickly go back to 1171,
Ragnar,
which is Ragnar. Yeah. So yeah, for everyone who wants a little bit of a recap, basically the fight between Loki and Harold is over.
Yep.
The big
half-shattered
body on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that they visually showed that too.
It won't be in the anime. Sorry, people.
Yeah,
it's like Whitebeard, how his face was half missing. Anyway, I don't.
But it was pretty intense. So
very.
But yeah, it was cool because after that, there's a scene with Imu and the God Knights, and they're like,
the Five Elders.
The Five Elders, sorry, and they're like, send us down or something.
Get
and Imu was like, no. And
no,
was like,
I ain't no idea what's going on.
Yeah, he couldn't believe that someone defeated Harold.
Yeah.
Under his power too, and when he said, when obviously he said, I can't afford to send any more.
Yeah, because it looked like it must have actually affected Imu.
So which raised a lot of questions that the contracts that he gives out or allows for people, if they must be, it must be parts
of his life force.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't send any more down to Elbaf, which is why they've been probably safe for so long, because he couldn't afford to send anyone else to Elbaf, knowing that there was someone there stronger than King Harold under Domi Reversi. It's pretty nuts to think about.
Probably ruins everyone's idea that's been sitting there going, how has this never been spoken about, that he's just tried to take over it? But this is the reason why it hasn't happened up until where we are currently.
Yeah.
Because obviously Imu's been either rebuilding their strength or whatever they need to do to then take it back. Because obviously it must have affected him or her, whatever Imu is.
We'll call it it
for the moment. Pretty badly. So. And then the chapter gets towards obviously Loki finishes the story. Harajuan somewhat forgives him, but still doesn't forget the fact that he did some atrocious stuff.
Yeah.
In Elbaf, mainly raising that village, but we all know that was justified for sure.
Yeah, exactly right.
But yeah, so they release Loki, and then they're about to go off, and the giant, what is it? Oh, Draga? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure.
The big skull-looking thing with the sword.
The
Rock shows up and it's massive. You think how big Loki is, and then Loki looks small compared to him.
It's tiny. Yeah.
But then Loki, this is Luffy's like, I want to see how he fights. I want to see what he can do. All of a sudden, he comes out with his squirrel hammer and squirrel hammer.
So good.
What was the attack called? It was called
Nibble.
Nibble.
Nibelheim.
Nibelheim.
Nibelheim. That's the one.
So I thought that was pretty funny. I thought the nibble was because of the squirrel part, and then the Heim was like.
Okay, it's obviously got to be a play on the. I'm guessing. I think it's pronounced Nilheim, which is the underworld, ice world of the. What is it? Norse mythology.
Yeah.
But yeah, nibble. Wonder if it's because it's a squirrel. It's nibble.
Yeah, but it also makes sense because the attack, the chapter ends with him hitting this monster with this attack, and he gets completely frozen.
Yeah,
it's frozen. I don't think he gets shattered. He just becomes frozen, instantly frozen.
It's gonna be interesting to see because obviously we've seen him use lightning.
Yeah, I know. How many things has this guy got?
Obviously using ice. Wonder if there'll be a flame one as well.
Yeah, I know. It's actually weird to think how many different elements how many different aspects of his power can this guy have?
Well, so lightning, obviously, for us.
Lightning made more sense.
I was going to say, for us, obviously, we're probably not really entrenched in Norse mythology, but we would know that's Thor through Mjolnir or Ragnar for the hammer. Ice, I'm thinking, is the Nilfheim, obviously, aspect of it, the underworld. I would say fire, maybe a Suda. The person that causes Ragnarok.
Yeah, I know, but it's weird how does he have all these different connections? Is it... Yeah.
Well, Norse mythology, is it seven realms?
7 realms.
That have different sort of aspects?
No, I think it's the 9.
9, is it?
Yeah.
I know 1's a fire realm. So now I'm thinking back to God of War Ragnarok. And
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we won't talk
I
too...
reckon there'll be a few elements that he can play
Yeah,
with.
we won't go on to trying to figure out all the different realms. We talk about chapter 1171 quickly.
Yeah,
that's how
just
it
start
ends.
off on it. Yeah.
And now we're into 1172. So that's just come out.
Which, I can't even remember what it was called, actually. Look
It-
at me. I'm usually so across the...
It
the
was
chapter
called
names.
The Elbaf I Dreamed Of.
Oh, yes. Actually, and we need
Yep.
to talk about the cover story.
Yeah.
Yes, cover story with this one. I'm sure some people have seen it online as well, but Bon Clay, awesome obviously to see Bon Clay again.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Bon Clay.
Everyone thinks he's coming back. I'm like, is he coming back though, or is he just because he's in, like, you know...
I don't think he will. I think it's one of those ones where it's like, look, he's still alive, everyone still loves him, he's a known character.
Yeah.
Actually, but how good would it be if, like, one of the final arcs, he just comes out, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm here for my, what is it, Nakama?
Nakama.
That would be the greatest thing ever, actually.
It would be cool. It would be actually really awesome if he made a
so
comeback.
good. It would be
'Cause,
so good.
like, Luffy would be crying. And
Everyone would be crying.
no one else would know. Only Luffy knows.
I mean, they all have the connection from when he left Alabasta, remember? He made himself look like
Oh,
Luffy,
that's
got
right. He did
chased.
help him, yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't know. I'm sure Luffy would have told him what happened on Impel Down.
I don't reckon he would.
You reckon?
He
forgot
wouldn't have,
about
he wouldn't have just completely forgot about it.
Forgot about it.
And then he'd be like, he helped me get out of
Yeah.
Impel Down and he saved me. And then everyone's like, oh, Bon Clay, we love you. Alright. Anyway, yes.
But yeah, so in the background of Bon Clay, there's 2 swans, one wearing a straw hat and one wearing a crown, which looks very much like, obviously, the straw hat that we know for Luffy and Joy Boy, and the crown for Imu. And they look like they've got some kind of relationship or connection there. So I've seen a lot of chat, and it makes a lot of sense that potentially we're going to find out that this is a foreshadowing, or like just a little detail in the background that Joy Boy, I think Joy Boy, not like Luffy or anything like that, and Imu, which I know has been a theory out for a while, potentially were partners or well known to each other. In the past.
Friends or acquaintances or something.
Some kind of relationship, and then obviously something's gone south really quick. But yeah, just a very small detail that I've seen get picked up and noticed myself, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, let's see if this actually goes anywhere. And you know, I know you don't like looking at the cover stories, but it was interesting.
I do like looking at them. I don't look
just
into
a quick swipe. All right.
I don't think I have the mental capacity to look at every cover, because like when people bring up a cover from like 400 chapters ago and they go, holy crap, look at this connection now. It's like, I'm not going to remember this in 4 years when the connection comes out.
It's immortalized in our video now.
Yeah. Woo.
You heard it here first. I've said it.
Anyway, okay, so the chapter starts off with Luffy, Harujan, and Loki all heading back up.
Yep.
They get up to the top and they see this massive just shit
Well, I
fest.
don't think Luffy and Loki have gone up yet. I think it's just...
Oh, no, that's right, because they stayed down, didn't they?
It's Harajin,
It was Harajin, Zoro,
Sanji,
Gaban,
and I think just the other giants.
the other giants, that's right. Luffy, that's right, because Thingy said he could fly, so Luffy stayed with him. Sorry. Anyway, so that group of people
Yeah, we've gotten to the top.
have got to the top, and then they see this massive shit fest of
Yeah, what's going on?
the fires everywhere, the destruction, the creatures manifested from the God Knight.
Kashi's up there. They're the first one they run into is Kashi.
Yes, they do run.
Like
Yeah,
Kashi, and then he's like, "All right, here's a quick TLDR.
This is what's going on. We're effed.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Everything's on
effed.
fire. The children can't be touched. They're walking this line that Gunko's made. And there's nothing we can do to save anyone. There's giants everywhere. Giant monsters.
Half the Straw Hat crew is being held hostage. And
Yeah. Dory and Brogy are now 10 times bigger than they already were and demonized.
So Sanji asks where his crew is. Oh, sorry, he asks where Nami is.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care.
So we can tell he's going to be heading towards them, which I believe they said was towards the Owl Library.
Yeah, I think they are, yeah.
And Zoro heads towards...
Jewel?
No, what's the big ones?
Dory and Brogy.
Dory and Brogy.
That's right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he heads towards them.
That's right.
Before that, we obviously get to where that happens. But what else?
There's one thing I want to say though in this is when they get to the top and you see some of those nightmare animals. Another potential foretelling or foreshadowing.
You're all about the foreshadowing,
I know, maybe
aren't
this is just one of those chapters, but I don't know why it's in there, but it's sort of like that big dragon, which is obviously one of the kids' nightmares, and we've known that the nightmares are like from mythological. They've got the Draga.
Yeah.
There was the Nika that was trying to destroy the world. So we've seen a lot of their dreams are like of mythical creatures, obviously in their stories being told. So there's a dragon here, and Harajun goes, "Oh, is that the Great Eric?" And that's it. There's no other mention about anything else and around it, but potentially this could be something that Loki's going to look like for his devil fruit.
It is a random little panel where it's just like he can see his shock shock at looking at that dragon.
It's like the Great Eric, and then like there's just nothing. There's no recognition. There's no follow up. There's no nothing. It's just look. There's this giant dragon. It's the Great Eric, which would mean that it's a mythological or a story based creature.
Yeah.
From their traditions. And I think it's going to be in line or something similar to what Loki looks like. And then it's like, you can see it in the picture too, it's got claws, which we know Loki
Yeah, well, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
And he can fly.
Can fly, yeah.
So
I reckon we're going to see... I don't think it'll look as... Well, maybe it'll look as goofy, I don't know. It's a goofy-ish looking dragon. I'd like to think...
So do you reckon all the lightning and the ice abilities that we see him using is actually from the squirrel's devil fruit power rather than his own?
That's so hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah, because
surely it's got to be from the squirrel.
Yeah, it's got because he's the messenger of Idrisil. Maybe he has maybe because he's the messenger of realms or something. Maybe he has the connection to the elements of each realm or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I don't know. It's just a bit of an idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there just seems to be who knows?
I don't feel like we've ever seen the elements unless he's using the hammer.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think it has to be the hammer.
Because there's no elements when he... Oh, no, he had the hammer when he went to fight his dad, didn't he? Yeah.
That's when he went and got it.
Mm.
That's when he used the lightning. So I reckon there's got to be... Yeah, I reckon the elements have to be something to do with the squirrel. Maybe that's actually a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good little theory.
I'm sure we'll find out more. But there's quite a few panels here of just the constant, like you were saying with... what's that guy's name? Kashi. When he's like
Kashi.
Talking. Plenty of panels.
Did you see Uemo running with what's Gaban's wife's name? When they're trying to get to the kids. Anyway, you see Uemo again as well too.
Yes.
I can't remember her name. I stayed earlier in the chapter. I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember it.
Every time I see her, I just think Mountain Eater.
Mountain Eater. So do I. You can't not, can you?
Anyway, yeah. So there's a lot of chapter panels of the whole what's going on at the moment. So we all get up to speed with where everybody is, what's happening. That there's 3 holy knights, and everyone's like, how is it that we're being held back by only three humans? And it's like their powers are working so well with each other. So
that's what they're saying. Like obviously the kids are asleep. Then Summers has put the thorns that are invisible. Around the kids, so we can't touch them. Such
a random ability, isn't it? Thorns.
It's such like Oda does this though, doesn't he? He's like, let's just think of a fruit that you would be like, it'll be as weak as piss, like string. Oh, control string. Ooh.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's just like the most badass fruit ever.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you got someone like, was it Mr. 5 way back? He's got like the bomb. And he's just like weak as piss.
Yeah, nobody thought much of that, did he? He literally shot snot at people and they exploded.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like any of his
bodily functions.
Like he should be like so strong.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Yeah, if you think about
and then you got someone that's fucking controls string and then is able to think smart enough to be like, I can manipulate people with
I can control people with it.
I can fly, like attaching to clouds.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things I reckon where it's just like
thinking outside the box.
A thorn, you can make a thorn whip, but then it's like, well, they're as strong as I can make them as strong as steel with like haki or whatever, and then you can make them invisible somehow. And,
the invisible thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where it's just sort of like, it's obviously just relies on the person's creativity as well.
Yeah.
And their ability.
Yes. So.
I mean, Gunko has arrows.
Yeah. I know.
Like, you wouldn't think that's anything.
Yeah.
I can make people go in a direction, but then, ties people up, shoots them through.
It's just a very random thing, isn't it?
Very.
So after we get the whole what's going on nonsense, we get to see Jarryd, who it's Jarryd, isn't it? Got the sword through his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he starts talking about. You can see that Dorian Broggy about to come and kill him.
I think they're heading towards him. Aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
So before he dies, he gets onto the transponder snail and he
We don't
sends
know that he dies yet.
Oh, sorry.
They're on his way to kill him.
He says before I die.
Yeah, before I die.
Yeah, I want to get this message. So he
Yeah.
starts talking about he starts telling the whole of Elbaf that obviously Loki was innocent.
What a legend though! Like the way he told the story, like didn't make it sound like Harold was this evil person.
No, that's right.
Because even
He said
Harajuan's like, I mean, he's
He's-
moved the story a little bit, but it's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it's the best way to tell Elbaf.
yeah, he didn't say like he was the one who killed people. He said
Yeah.
these knights or
The
the demons
come-
came
yeah.
and killed Harold and his subordinates or whatever.
Which I mean is also the truth.
Well, it is the truth, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
a bit of a small change in what actually occurred. But
Yeah, but fair enough, I reckon. So
and
yeah,
still cleared Loki's name and everything. It was good.
yeah. So yeah, he talks to everybody, clears Loki's name, mentions about these and how they're back again.
Yeah.
The government betrayed them that many years ago and all that, and now he basically says that if the government doesn't want to play nice or do whatever, then Elbaf will go to war with them.
Yeah, that's right.
So
well, that's right. He said the world's going to be part of the not the theory. What's the word?
He says
the memorial.
Yeah. Then Elbaf. Yeah. He says
Prediction.
Yeah.
Premonition. Whatever.
Premonition.
Is that the world's going to be split in two, and if the government's going to do what they're doing, then we're going to choose to be on the other side of the world government.
Yeah. They'll be an enemy to the world government.
Yeah.
Essentially, basically declaring war. Yeah.
They're going to side with D. Really, that's.
Well, we didn't mention that in the last chapter too. Elbaf is part of the D.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty clear that it's going to be government versus D.
Yeah, obviously.
Or fractions of D. I can't imagine teachers going to join up with Luffy and fight the world government.
Do you think Garp will betray the government to join with the D?
If he does, I think it'll come across. Maybe we'll go into that in the prediction thing.
Yeah.
We'll go with the chapter. I was going to say we're about to dive into like some
some deep shit there. Yes. Anyway, so we finish the chapter off with the whole giants. Elbaf and the giants all start uprising, saying, "Let's get them, do our stuff." And then right at the bottom, you see Zoro. I've got a plan. And does he ever? Because we're going to talk about that after this.
Yeah, but like the first time you see the chapter before we go into like spoilers, you're like, Zoro with a plan?
Yeah, I know. When I saw that, I was like, does he have a plan, or is it going to be something stupid?
Literally, he'll go to enact his plan and he'll turn left and just get lost. Actually, one thing we did miss in the chapter, when they do the big overview of like, this is where everyone currently is.
Yeah.
Jinbei is there with the
yes,
Usopp and Nami, and he's like, Chopper's off doing something, and he goes, and Brooks left because he's thought of something, which obviously has occurred when Brook had that. Oh, jeez, how many chapters ago? Like 2 years ago now, I suppose. Like that long ago, but like, when Brook had that. No, it was Gunko that had it. It wasn't Brook, was it?
Yeah, Gunko thought he recognised it.
Yeah. Was Brook aware of it too?
Well, I reckon he was.
Yeah,
no, I reckon
he's figured something out.
Yeah.
But anyway,
which we'll talk about in some more spoilers coming up.
Yeah,
Because
but Jinbei's essentially was like, oh, Brook's gone off, he's figured something out. Or something similar like that. And then, that was another little thing there that I saw. Oh, and Usopp with his big love hearts, he's like, yes, this is the Elbaf I love. Nami's like, fuck, I think of a way to get out of these goddamn thorns. Or the arrows.
The arrows, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So, there's...
interesting chapter.
Yeah, so I reckon next chapter chapter is gonna be big. A lot of the straw, like the big straw hats, are now starting to show up and engage. I reckon, and Luffy and Loki have got to be pretty close far behind. So so we'll leave it at that, and then we'll get straight into some theories and some spoilers. Not really, I suppose it's all just spoilers, isn't it? Because we already know.
Yeah.
I will double check with you if you heard this one or not, because I saw two different versions.
Okay, I've only seen one for the next. Well, we'll clarify. That's the end of all the current chapters that are. We're going to jump into some spoiler stuff here.
Yes. So 1173.
Yep.
There was a spoiler about Zoro and what his plan was. That's right. Yeah. So with his I saw two things. Like the one I saw, which seemed to be the more legit one, was his plan was he went over and engaged with Dory and Broggy in a demon form. I saw one where it said he actually attacked them and then they attacked each other. But I saw one where it made more sense, where he actually went up to them, whether he engaged them or not, like in battle,
Yeah.
or he actually said to them, "So which one of you is the strongest?"
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, and then
I didn't see that one.
and then that brought back the whole like them, the whole fighting on
Yeah, back on, was it
Little Garden.
Yeah, Little Garden.
So then all of a sudden these two massive demon dudes look at each other and go, "Hold on, I'm stronger. No, I'm stronger," and then they actually hit each other instead. So they
that's
end up,
actually so
so
good.
I reckon that is actually. I hope that's the.
What a throwback too.
I hope that would make more sense for the spoiler rather than Zoro attacked and then they hit each other.
As if Zoro was able to even remember that.
Yeah, well, because it's right, because he was there and obviously he must have remembered the whole situation.
Yeah.
But that's just like everyone's talking about. Is this Zoro's like? Is Zoro like? Is this one of his greatest like smart moments in history? Turning these two massive.
It would be.
Yeah.
If that's what happens, that's actually like.
Yeah.
It's almost like out of character of how smart of an idea that would be.
That's right. I never even thought of it. When I saw that, I was like, that's actually brilliant. Like, because these two have always been at battle with each other on who's the best. And then all of a sudden, even during this Domi Reversi, that kicks in and they both go like,
I was going to say,
whoa.
But, like we've seen the devil forms, they're like, oh, I love this power. Like this ego sort of comes over them. So it would make sense that if you just like, so who's strongest, that ego part would come back out and they'd be like, yeah, me.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, hang on.
Wait a sec.
Back into another 100 years fight.
So, so they end up fighting each other, and I don't know if I saw that they knock each other out or if they return back to normal or not, but they definitely attack each other. So I assume that they'll fight each other. Eventually, they might return to their own senses due to the fact that they're subconsciously doing what they want to do and not...
Or knock each other out.
So each other out.
The effects don't work anymore.
Yeah. So...
Oh, that's actually so good.
I know.
I love that.
So that,
I hope that's what happens. That is too good.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So, and then I saw another spoiler, which I don't know if it's true or not. It'd be pretty cool if it was, but it's a spoiler about Brook and Gunko.
Okay.
So
I definitely haven't seen this one.
I've seen this one. Yeah. So, because we knew Brook was the captain of I think it was a battle Voyager ship or something that what's the word I'm looking for? They worked for like a kingdom. So
he was in the army of. Oh, this is a massive throwback.
Very throwback.
There has been a scene somewhere where he talked about before the Rumbar pirates, he was in the military of some kingdom.
Yeah. So what the spoiler apparently says, that kingdom, he was apparently the captain of this fleet who served a princess. And they reckon, it hasn't been confirmed if this is actually true or not, but they reckon that Gunko may be the princess.
Oh.
So it hasn't been confirmed I don't think it's been confirmed if she is the princess or not, but they reckon that that's how he knows her, and that they reckon that he.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah,
I was actually going to say I did see some people theorizing that like I saw one and I just dismissed it so fast. They were like, "What if Brook's actually like an old holy knight?" I'm like,
no.
He spoke that he was in the army for a kingdom, and then he's a Rumbar pirate. Why would he ever be? And I was just like, nah, dismissed. But that one's really interesting because Oda sometimes likes to play on like stories that already exist, and it's sort of one of those things where it's like, the captain of the sort of like he's already done it with Kyros. Ultimately he got with that princess and they had Rebecca.
Oh, yes.
But like, had the bodyguards, the whatever it happens to be. So
yeah,
that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But wasn't the memory? Oh, I'd have to go back and check. But wasn't the memory Gunko saying something about Dad?
Well, we don't. Maybe.
I can't remember. If that's the case, though, it could be almost like a Kyros situation. Maybe Gunko is maybe like an illegitimate child or something.
Yeah. I know. I'm not quite sure.
I can't remember that flashback. I might Google that just quickly.
Yeah, but that was one of the spoilers for that. And then obviously from that, people are starting to just speculate. Everyone's like, this is going to be like, this will give us a real in-depth look into Brook's actual like proper backstory rather than him just being a singer in the Rumbar Pirates or a musician, I should say.
But
then
see the daddy, father, what is this memory? And then it's yo ho ho ho. You see, my dream is to be a pirate. And then that's when Imu kicked in.
So you reckon there's a chance that maybe he's her father.
Yeah.
That would make him then that would mean she wouldn't be a princess then, because that would make him a king, wouldn't it? Or would have been a king.
No, but if it's a Kiros situation.
Oh, the illegitimate.
Well, not like illegitimate, but just like
yeah.
He's not the royal family.
Yeah, okay.
But he might have been like the captain who got with a princess.
Yeah, and then they have the
secret child sort of situation like Rebecca.
That would be pretty interesting. I could see that happening. It'd be pretty cool then, because like after this, like everyone's just speculating that Brook's gonna have like an awakened devil fruit power, where he can like.
Sort of already does though. Doesn't
That's what I thought. I thought he already had his.
The fact that he can project his soul out, I would have thought that is.
Well, people reckon that he's going to be able to separate other souls, like that aren't part of.
But he can sort of already, like we've seen it on
the homies.
The homies.
Yeah. Well, they reckon that he might be able to do the same thing with the contract with Imu, because it's his soul is overtaking Gunko. They reckon that he'll be able to remove that soul from her, in the same way that homies work with Big
like
Mum.
remove the influence.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I wonder how that would work.
I don't know.
We don't really know how Imu's ability even works.
No, it's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who knows?
Like, how does that possession? Is it a soul possession? I suppose it could.
Well, that part's got to be a soul, like an overtaking thing. Like when he gives the abilities to like the Holy Knights or the Five Elders, he's never actually overtaking their body, except for the flashback where we saw him take over Saturn. That was different from when they just go off and do their own thing, and they have his power. This part is like, because obviously the Holy Knights that were there besides Gunko have got the control of their own body.
Yeah.
But Gunko is being controlled by Imu directly for this.
Yeah, well, because all the Holy Knights, like we saw with Harold, have the second seal, which means that Imu has control universally.
Yeah.
Wherever they are. Whereas if they only had the one seal, it was, that's interesting. Yeah, so Brook can break whatever it is.
Yeah. That part's just a theory, though. The actual part where he meets Gunko and they know each other or recognize each other is still not quite confirmed exactly as to what is said, but...
I mean, they're going to have to flesh it out.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means we're going to get another flashback, though, 20 or 30 chapters' time.
Can't have another flashback.
It's like, this is actually how I know this person. It's just like, oh, shit.
Maybe it'll just be a quick little, like, silhouette of, like, back in the day.
Yeah,
like, just a couple of, like, little shadow figure things and then back to reality.
It'd almost be like a mix between, if it goes that way where it's like they are related and she happens to be the daughter of, like, a princess that happens to be the father, but he's left because he wants to be a pirate. It's almost going to mix between Kiros and Usopp. Or Yasop, I should say. Because, like, Yasop just left Usopp to become a pirate.
Yeah, Yasop's just a dick.
World's best dad, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a good one. I like it.
Did you have any other...
No, I didn't have any, like... No, even, like, that spoiler would have thrown off any prediction I had. I assumed... The only thing I sort of read was, like, Zoro... Which, I mean, it's already sort of already been said. But it was, like, what I read was, like, Zoro goes and attacks. But he, like, says it's almost on behalf of Elbaf. Which is how he introduces them into the war. But, I mean... In... 1172, I mean, Jarryd sort of already has said, like, we're choosing to fight against the world government, so...
Yeah.
I'm not sure, prediction-wise. Whoa, that's a massive throw. I don't know. I was kind of expecting maybe we might see Zoro utilise that Conqueror's Haki in the attack.
Yeah.
To slow the stuff, but maybe it'll just be like, he does that, which will probably take up 3-4 pages maybe worth of some stuff.
Maybe he'll end up fighting one of the Holy Knights instead.
Maybe. Surely do you reckon the chapter's going to have to end though with like Luffy and Loki coming in hot and fast?
Yeah. I hope
possibly Loki as his Zoan form or whatever.
I hope that's the case. It's either going to be the last page is going to be like, it'll be like, here's Luffy, and then it'll be like everyone's looking up in like awe, and then it'll be back to him standing on top of this huge giant dragon.
But that won't be until the chapter after. It'll end with like Luffy's like, hey, like in the air, and everyone's like, shock, and it'll be end chapter.
Or it's another silhouette. Like
it will be.
They look up and they see Luffy, and below him, like
it's just like there's like
two big eyes or something. Yeah, 2 eyes and some
and people,
black.
Everyone's face will be like, what? And then just like next week.
Yeah.
On Dragon Ball Z.
A lot of dragons, yeah.
A lot of dragons. That's cool though. I'm excited.
That would be
I
cool.
think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
But talking back to the Garp situation.
Yep.
Hey, you're saying, what do you reckon? Like, I reckon it'll be a situation where, similar to God Valley, where Garp will, I mean, that's if he survives.
Yep.
Given, you know,
What's
we don't
going
even know
on.
if he's going to die or not. But it'll be a situation where, like, either Garp or Kobe will be at whatever situation it is. They will see what the five elders are, or Imiri is, and they'll be like, no. And then they'll bring out their own faction, which will be Sword.
Yep.
And they will be like the neutral that will essentially side with Luffy and his group to fight what they perceive and obviously is evil. I can't imagine Kobe would be like Garp in the sense where he just sort of lets it go.
Kobe would stand by what's right, not by the Navy itself.
Yeah.
So if something was happening that he knew was wrong, even if it was the government, he would go against the government.
Yeah. And Kobe, like Garp's obviously explained his whole situation is he's there to protect the Navy because he doesn't think anyone will.
Yeah, there's good people. There's good people in the Navy that need to be looked after.
Whereas I don't think Kobe will think so much about the Marines as individuals to protect. He'll work more around this is what's right, this is what's wrong. Sort of like with Impel Down.
Yeah.
He was like, this is too much bloodshed for nothing. Like, he wanted to stop the fight. He was like, this doesn't need to happen. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's over. And then I reckon it'll be a similar thing. He'll just be like, what are we doing here? You're pretty much going to drown the world again, or whatever they're doing. You're going to kill everyone, only look after yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
But that's what I reckon will happen. They'll side with Luffy, but it'll be like that Sword faction that do it.
There you go.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much.
That's our spoilers and theories.
And everything else in between.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what actually happens next week. There's no break, which is good. So we'll get a chapter this week and have another discussion about it next week. We'll see if we were right. Hopefully. Yeah. But yeah, get excited. It's starting to really get awesome.
It's getting good.
Even the anime is coming up into their seasonal
Yeah, that starts soon.
production, or what do you want to call it?
Does it start soon? March? Is that when the first
March
one
or
comes
April?
out?
I think it's
Maybe
March.
April. Oh.
Yeah, we'll figure that out for next time. But yeah, we basically this year will be the whole Elbaf arc. Although
26 episodes, isn't it? Is it going to be all of Elbaf? Surely not.
Nah, couldn't be, could it? It'd have to be Elbaf, and then it would have to be the whole flashback scenario, wouldn't it? The Rocks.
It'll be
the Rocks era.
Elbaf up to the flashback, you reckon?
Yeah.
And then
next year will be
the
flashback. Rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back to what we're up to now.
And by then we should hopefully already been finished Elbaf.
You would bloody hope we are. We're not finished in 3. We're not finished Elbaf in
3 years. 2 years, I think.
1,
2 years from here.
2.
Well, we've already done a year,
3.
haven't we? Or 2?
I don't know.
You know what came up the other day? Because, so, for anyone that's still listening or watching, I didn't get into One Piece again as like an adult until I reckon around Dressrosa, whenever we first started talking about it way back.
Yeah.
I saw someone post online the other day, it was like 10 years since Dofi was dethroned or whatever.
10 years since Luffy beat Doflamingo. No, it can't be that long ago.
Well, I thought about it. I was like, it probably has been. Because I remember I was getting into it just as they were... Because I remember when you were first reintroducing it to me, you're like, God. They're up to like this Dressrosa thing, the time skips occurred and stuff, and you were getting all hyped about it. But it's literally been like 10 years.
Holy shit.
So
that's actually ridiculous.
Anyway, I just thought I'd make you feel old.
Hope that made you all feel old.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway. Cool. All right, well, until next time, we'll have old grey
that's right.
beards and no hair, and we'll still be talking about Elbaf.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of content to go through.
All right, stay tuned for next week, everybody.
Cheers.